Ukraine reiterates it will not negotiate until all Russian troops leave its territory, including Crimea. Ukraine said its position on negotiations with Russia had not changed, and it is not being asked to negotiate by its allies, after reports by The Washington Post that its main ally and backer, the U.S., had asked Kyiv to signal that it is open to negotiations amid worry among allies in parts of Europe, Latin America, and Africa about a protracted war. On Monday, Italy's La Repubblica newspaper said Ukraine's NATO allies reportedly envisage negotiations beginning after Ukraine has retaken the Kherson region, so that Kyiv will start from a point of strength. The Ukrainian presidential advisor, Mikhailo Podolyak, told Radio Svoboda that Ukraine will only negotiate with Russia once Russian troops have left all of Ukraine's territory, including those it occupied in 2014. Podolyak said the U.S. treats Ukraine as an equal and there is no coercion. He said Ukraine is winning and therefore to sit down at the negotiating table now would be nonsense. No one is forcing Ukraine into an unprofitable negotiation process, or rather, into accepting Russia's ultimatum, said Podolyak. Podolyak said Russia has only offered Ukraine ultimatums and Ukraine believes that any truce created by these ultimatums will be temporary. He said Russia will simply use a truce to rearm and modernize its army and then give the same ultimatum. For the U.S., said Podolyak, it is extremely beneficial for Ukraine to win the war, firstly because it will signal to other authoritarian leaders that if they attack another country, international law will be upheld, and secondly, because the U.S. and its allies have invested too much to let Russia win. If Ukraine does not win the war, then, despite the large and powerful financial, economic, military, and advisory assistance from NATO countries, above all the US, Russia won. You understand what will be proven in that case? That Russia's military is much better. Russia really has the second army in the world and Russia can dictate conditions. When asked if the newspaper reports were therefore false, Podolyak asserted that the newspaper may be obtaining their information from pro-Russian politicians, though refrained from rejecting the reports as false altogether. All these conversations and publications about the fact that someone is forcing to negotiate to some position and so on to something else, this is the information program of the Russian Federation.